Hey, this is Ryan.
This is Travis.
Welcome to Bacon Bits,
where we talk about whatever the heck we want.
Because we're bacon, and we don't care a bit. Hey, everybody, this is Ryan and Travis, and this is Bacon Bits, Bacon Bits, Bacon Bits. You love it, I love it, we all love you, and there's just a lot of love going around right now. There's so much love in this studio, guys, I can feel it.
What's up, guys? Ryan's on a little bit of a high today.
I'm on a sugar high.
We had a lot of fun filming a video that will eventually get released.
Spinning in my seat.
It was
Yeah, in
so
like
much fun.
3 to 5 years it'll get released.
It's going to take a little bit of time to edit.
That's going to
but
be
it's
within the time of us learning how
so
to edit,
satisfying.
putting it all together, learning what we're doing and what we want from the video, and then setting it out for all you lovely ladies out there. And guys, I mean, sure, the guys, why not? But also the ladies.
Okay, well, Ryan is, like I said,
Happy.
He is happy today. Well, you know what?
Happy
Actually,
because
we're
I
super
did some
happy today
good
because
homework.
We actually have another guest in the studio with us. His name is Miguel. Say hi, Miguel.
Miguelito.
Hello.
Oh, man. That was manly.
Miguel
Holy cow.
is one of my coworkers. He's a really good friend. We hang out. Well, we used to hang out a lot more before everybody got busy with finals and junk. But
like me.
you know, it happens. But yeah, no, we asked him to come in and share, you know, kind of who he is and just let you guys get to know him. There's also in the future we're gonna have him come back, and he's a resident corgi expert. So we're gonna have him come and share
I flippin' love corgis.
epic tale of corgis.
That is my favorite dog.
So be on the lookout for that. It'll be coming out hopefully in a few weeks if we can get it back in the studio.
In a
So
theater near you.
that'll be great. But yeah, we just wanted to let you guys get to know Miguel a little bit. So Miguel, tell him a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so obviously my name is Miguel. I'm from Arkansas, the Diamond of the South. I was actually born in Mexico, but I grew up in Arkansas for the greater portion of my life. I work with Travis at what is it called?
It's a
customer service place. and
What's
we
my
do,
job called?
we do customer service stuff.
We answer phones all day. It's a
Yeah.
call center.
We answer phones.
Multiple languages.
I don't really know what else to say. I'm studying economics here at BYU.
Dude's freaking smart.
What I really want to do with my life actually has probably very little with economics itself. I really want to go in and be able to make a difference. So I want to work with nonprofits and eventually, hopefully, be able to start my own nonprofit. But economics just seemed like a good path in terms of going to school and studying that and just having like a good knowledge of how business works, how people make decisions. And I think it'd just be a good idea to do it, and it'd give me a broad spectrum of information and, you know, kind of makes you, what's the word, like desirable to companies
Yeah,
and people
I mean,
to,
it makes you marketable.
yeah, you know?
So your big project is to kind of set up one of these nonprofit or kind of like work for a nonprofit?
So my big project, and I think like my life goal would be to set one up, and the purpose of it would be to help like underprivileged or first generation college students realize that there's a way for them to get to college, to get to school,
To succeed, basically.
yeah. So I grew up. Like I said, I grew up in Arkansas. Before that, I lived in Chicago, and Chicago has a lot of, you know, the inner city schools aren't the best. And what I want to do is to help people know that there's a way out. Some people are unhappy with the life that they've been given. You know, it's pretty difficult living in poverty and being underprivileged. And so sometimes you get into the rut of like, this is my life, and this is how it's always going to be.
Do anything
Yeah,
about it.
and so. My parents have done a lot to ensure that their lives and what they do isn't what I have to do. And so I think that I've been privileged and blessed to know that there's a way out. Then that is through school. So that's something that I want to do is set up like a tutoring service or help people get familiar with college and university. So
put out
incredible.
some scholarships too if you get the
Well,
you get
yeah,
the
for
money
sure. I mean,
That
as a
would be super
nonprofit,
cool.
that would be something that would be
Yeah.
super helpful. And I mean, it would. Dang, that's
actually real good.
That's legit,
Because I
you
feel
know.
like I'm like underprivileged too, and like how hard it is. It's true. I come
As
from a
as
single
college
parent
student,
like
well,
household.
and your life specifically.
Yeah,
it's
just
hard.
specifically, it's been very hard to be like underprivileged and like, you know, like knowing that school is the way out, but knowing that you're gonna have to kind of go through those hard times to get there. It's a big challenge, and just like an organization like you're describing to help somebody out like that. Hey man, right on, man. I'll help you out whenever you want.
I mean, I just got back from a training for another job that I'm going to be doing later in the year, but there was one thing that they talked about like don't focus on like being part of the majority.
Yeah.
Focus on being the exception.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, they spun it a little bit differently, but in this case, like you want to be better than everyone else. One of our roommate actually, he explained to me an idea about being like the 3% man. His definition of it was a little bit different than what I took out of it. Basically, what I took out of it and being a 3% person is being different, basically. Just not accepting that everything that you've been given is the only thing that you get. Like that is your only way to live. Being a 3% person is rising above that.
Make your own destiny.
And having the opportunity to do that, that's incredible. I mean, I already like we're friends. I liked you, like we're cool, but like I have so much more respect for you now just because I didn't know that. That's incredible.
Yeah, so I don't know. I realized that I didn't want to dedicate myself to just doing something that made money. I wanted to make a difference because I feel like that's really impactful to me and important to me, and being able to do something that I know is having an impact on other people. I had a coworker one time who told me, well, why don't you just get a really good job, make a lot of money, and then just donate it and help that way. And I just feel like that's not really like me. I feel like I really want to be like on the forefront and in the front of, like you said, just really, really actually being involved with the people that I'm helping. And so that's just kind of what I want to do. You know, economics is the thing for right now, but eventually that's the path that I want to take.
Have you taken any like steps to like creating your own little nonprofit?
Not yet.
For it or anything?
So I reached out and talked to one of my friends back home, and she's graduated and she did a lot of nonprofit work before having the current position that she has. She kind of stepped out of the nonprofit scene, but she's told me a lot of information that she's given me, and she's told me that if I ever really need that information, that she would be more than happy to help me out and reach that. And she said that it's kind of not burdensome, but it is a heavy sort of thing to work in. It's a heavy field just because of, for one, it's a lot of work. Two, I guess just depending on the nonprofit that you're working in, it's a lot of an emotional weight hearing about the stories of the people that you're working with. But she said that if it's something that you're passionate about, that it's
good, though.
she said it's so worth it. And so that's really what I'm looking forward to.
That's incredible. Yeah.
Do you have any sort of like handle or like some email that you spit out right now so people that are interested might be able to outreach to you? You have anything like that?
I have my personal email.
So go to his personal email.
If any of you know anything about starting nonprofits or just doing stuff like that, my email is Miguel. It's MIGUEL .Mora MORA 2294 @gmail.com.
So yeah, guys, hit him up. He'd do good work. Honestly, he would do super good work. This is a good man.
I'm just meeting this guy, and it's just this beautiful person unfolding in front of my eyes. It's actually pretty miraculous right now.
Well, now we're gonna take this beautiful person and see what goes on inside of his head a little bit.
Ooh.
I wrote up a bunch of questions with Ryan. He hasn't seen most of these, so Ryan's gonna have a little bit of.
I've been doing finals all.
He's gonna be having a little bit of an introduction to these two that they're gonna be blind for him.
I already know.
So while he's looking at some of the questions that he's gonna ask, I'm gonna ask one. Miguel, what would your life be like as a ballpoint pen?
As a ballpoint pen, I feel like that would be an awful life for me. The reason is on top of being someone that wants to work in nonprofits, I also consider myself a pen connoisseur.
Yeah, that's right. You like to buy a lot of pens.
I love pens, and I just feel like there's something so fulfilling about writing with a nice pen. So if I were a ballpoint pen, I feel like that's like the lowest tier of life for me. If I were a pen, I feel like if I had to be a pen, I would really want to be a fountain pen.
So as a ballpoint pen, you would aspire to one day be reincarnated as a fountain pen.
Yeah, that would be it.
Okay, all right, cool.
Buddha, make it happen. Reincarnated as a fountain pen. I got one.
You got one?
Yeah, I got one. So if at any point of your day you reach into your backpack and you pull out an item that you didn't know was there before, what item would it be that would make you the happiest?
I think if I reached into my backpack and I pulled out a corgi, that would be the greatest thing for me.
Yes.
Like I wouldn't question it. I know that like
you would just cuddle it and love it.
I am a man of honor, and normally I would return things that aren't mine. But if I just happened to reach in and found a corgi, I would have to question my morale.
Like, this is obviously destiny.
At that point, I would say it's divine intervention.
Yeah. You've seen those videos of like how to de-stress at work. They open up the drawer and it's just a dog in the drawer.
Yeah, I feel like that is the greatest investment that you can make in your office.
Yeah. Corgi. Live in walking fur. That's awesome. Learned so much about him.
That's super good. All right, let me ask one again. If you could replace your legs with the legs of any other animal, what would you choose?
Any other animal?
Any other animal.
Oh man, definitely not a corgi.
Oh.
Their legs are way short.
Make your butt look good though.
What? This is true. Dang. Okay,
Should I
so
try and describe that motion you made?
Let's not do that.
If I had to replace my legs with the legs of any other animal, I don't know. I'm tempted to say a cheetah just because they're so fast.
Well, yeah.
But
of
I
course.
think they're so fast because they have 4, and I would only have 2. So I don't know. I'd have to pick something like really jacked, like a gorilla. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, just like gorilla
Oh.
legs.
But like, I mean, you think that'd be proportional for the rest of your body?
I
You
don't know,
just like have
probably
these like
not.
ginormo legs.
I feel like
You're just jacked
whatever I pick though. I feel like whatever I picked, it would be kind of weird and non-proportional.
Oh,
I
that's
feel
it's
like
better than picking a chicken's legs.
yeah,
like-
that's true for sure.
That
So,
would
I don't
kind
know.
of match mine.
my squat would go from like whatever it is
Oh,
right now to
dude.
like a lot.
So
So.
too easily.
It would
because
increase.
we know numbers.
By factorial. Did you know I learned this today? 0 factorial is 1. Just a little takeaway from my math. I know it doesn't make sense. There's some sort of algorithm that's supposed to make sense. But it
All
doesn't.
right.
Okay.
I don't want my brain to explode.
My turn. All right. I'm gonna choose one from the list because in
This will
between
probably
talking,
be the last one.
Ooh,
I
because
didn't. I
we
didn't
gotta
get a.
heading out, but
Okay. If you actually yes, actually I asked him this question
Okay.
from inspiration from your list actually before air, and I think he had a good answer for it. So I know you don't have a name right now, but if you had to give a name to your propria tongue, what would it be?
propia means your own tongue in Spanish, by the way.
I am bilingual. Sorry, it slips out.
So if I had to give a name to my tongue, I don't know. I think I'm gonna stick with the answer that I gave before.
That answer
What
was
is
good,
it?
actually.
My tongue would be Miguelito.
Miguelito.
Just like
Yeah.
which really
Little
just
Miguel.
translates to Little Miguel.
Because he does work.
Yeah. So
I don't know why. Like I asked that question, and the first thing that came into my mind was I'd name it the Destroyer.
Wow. Oh my god.
I mean it works.
It does work. It does work.
Name it the Destroyer, Miguel. That would totally work. You can go ahead and fit in your own reasons
There
as
you
to
go.
why.
All right. Well, before Ryan lets you fill in those own reasons why, we're gonna let Miguel go. He was kind enough to come in on a super busy night, but we were very grateful for him coming in. Is there anything else that you want to say before we head out?
No, just I don't know. Check out the podcast. It's a lot of fun. Just being here. Bacon Bits is a super awesome name.
Yes.
I don't really know what else to say other than it's been an honor to be here and just be able to answer questions and just really kind of put out what it is that I want to do with my life. So yeah,
Thank you for coming.
have a good day. Yeah, thanks
Yeah.
for
Glad
having
to
me.
have you. Thank you guys for listening. We'll see you next week.
You stay handsome and beautiful.